It looks like it's Mustang time at Team Hutchinson Ford this week, as it has been for every week for the last 18 months since the car was launched here. It's selling like hot cakes. In fact, hot cakes sell like Mustangs in this country because we love them. And what we've got here today, if you just look at a slight difference between the grills, this is the 4-cylinder EcoBoost Mustang, the entry point if you like, whereas these with the triple slots in the grills are for the 5-litre V8. The story of the Mustang isn't just the modern car that it is now, because you can trace the history of this particular sub-brand of Fords right back to the early 60s, when they needed a car to appeal to the ordinary person. And boy, what a success that was after the launch in late 64 in the form of the 65 model. The difference between the latest Mustangs and the original is, while the original used parts from Fairlane, Falcon, and even the previous Edsel model to create itself, the 2015-16 Mustang is designed from the ground up to be itself. The engine is used nowhere else in the Ford lineup. The chassis is used nowhere else. It's purely Mustang. When it comes to American cars, it's often all about the engine. And this V8 here is by no means Ford's first. In fact, in the last 80 years, it's pumped out more V8 engines than any other manufacturer. And this quad-cam 32-valve V8 is the most advanced American V8 ever made. And you can buy it over the counter, even in New Zealand now, with the import of the first right-hand drive Mustangs. The V8 is the star of the show in the Mustang GT. There's another surprise in the Mustang lineout. And did you know they've got a 4-cylinder EcoBoost entry car, which really shouldn't be called an entry car. It's a 2.3-litre 4 with a turbocharger, and it produces 31 more horsepower than the most powerful V8 Mustang produced in 1965. So it doesn't hang around. It'll give you sub-6 second 100k times should you wish, but it'll also tour and use very little gas when you don't wish. Very interesting format, but since they announced this, the competitors have decided to fit 4-cylinder engines to their cars too. So Ford must be doing something pretty right with this car. Of course, the hardest decision you'll ever have to make in a Ford dealership is going to be, which Mustang are you going to buy? 5-litre V8, coupe or convertible? I've made my decision. I drove the convertible earlier in the year, and even with the EcoBoost 4 in it, which makes it quite a good package at under 60k, I found it one of the most satisfying cars I've driven this year, and it would be my choice. What your choice is up to you, but this is probably the most exciting Ford we've seen in New Zealand now for probably since the first V8 arrived back in the 30s. So come and have a look, because I think they are a bit special.